Welcome back. It's been a while. We haven't done one of these videos in a little bit, and I'm gonna get into why. But first things first, here is the Outer Worlds Spacer's Choice Edition, which I would make the argument is the best of the free games that we've seen over these one free game a week, one free game a day over the past week. Though that Ghostwire Tokyo may be also really good, depending on if that's the thing you're interested in. I haven't been able to check out too many of them, and which is the reason why I haven't done a video on each one of them. Is, you know, it's too many to do. I haven't even gotten some of them. Like that's how quick some of them have passed us by. So what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna jump in to a new game and take a look. The reason why I've picked The Outer Worlds as the game to look at is because this is the year in which Starfield came out. And I was thinking about this game as I was playing Starfield, and I was thinking, do I remember this game accurately? Because I sort of remember being underwhelmed by The Outer Worlds. And, you know, that was a feeling that perhaps while I was playing Starfield was, you know, something that was consistent, shall we say. So, you know, I think, why don't we jump in, check it out, and see if we can reconnect a little bit. Now, my memory of The Outer Worlds is that it's a little more kooky Fallout than Starfield, despite both of them being, you know, space-based RPGs. But considering that my memory of The Outer Worlds is that you have a ship and a crew, just without the customization that Starfield has, I wonder how many things we'll just look at and think, wow, that's how disappointing Starfield was. There was a game released years prior that sort of scratched any itch that you would have gotten out of Starfield, which is kind of what I'm feeling going into this. The other thing is that I've been warned that this game has terrible optimization. Specifically the Spacer's Choice Edition, which is the edition you'll get for free. So we're also going to be finding that out. Why don't we go normal? I have played through this game once before, but you know, let's not go crazy. Bark subtitles. That's a funny funny way of doing it. Sure. Why don't we make the text bigger so that everybody can see it at home. This game is getting louder and louder and louder. All right, so when prosperity awaits you in the stars. I could swear I just turned on subtitles. Was that not subtitles turned on, or are there just not subtitles for this because it's a video? I feel really stupid because if I have just not turned on subtitles when the options were literally right there, that's really stupid of me. You will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon colony. All right. Now, I'm trying to remember the main plot line of this video game, and I'm failing completely. But here's my memory of it, right? So, my memory is that this game is a very kind of big capitalist corporations own the planets, which, you know, that's what will happen. And that there is like cloning and colony stuff. And interestingly, a lot of that stuff, at least the idea of the corporations owning the planets, that stuff is pretty consistent with not Starfield, but Star Citizen, where in Star Citizen all the planets are owned by corporations.
Colonists left adrift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
Is that man's name Phineas? Oh, okay, here we go. All right, so.
No signs of muscular atrophy.
Wow.
Splendid.
That real strength. Okay, so long guns. I feel like that's a pretty good way to start then. Like, long guns.
You'll need all your wits to save your fellow colonists.
And persuade? Like long gun, persuade, and hack? That's pretty good. But I guess, oh, charm also does that. In which case, why don't we do, so that one's sneak. This one's got, okay, so maybe we just go all in on, shall we say, perception, and we'll go all in on the mind. Or something like that. Because then that way we get handguns here as well. Whereas we won't get them here, which, it's funny because it's like, lie. Which, interesting, I forgot that this game had more than one way. Like, this game has more of the, you know, the D&D, like, persuade, lie, and intimidate, rather than simply having, like, you know, having one sort of like talk, you know, and your one like talk stat is what lets you convince people.
Wonder if I left the macrowave running.
Oh, I love macro waves. All right, why don't we do
An eye for detail. I bet you wrote some thorough
like
reports.
this? Like, yeah. They call me Charmin. Charmin Ultra. All right, sorry. We're just gonna. We got 2 perk points. So why don't we, you know, do like persuade? Okay, we can't do persuade because we don't have enough. Wait, what are we actually, hold on, how are we spending these perk points? Oh,
We'll
like
put
that.
those marksmanship
Yeah,
scores to
get
good
you.
use.
I get you. And then,
You could probably talk your way out of a landing
that's right,
ticket.
Dialoga. See, I've got the Dialoga for if we can talk our way out, and then we've got the range for if we can't. Ooh, aptitude. No discernible aptitude. That's not what you want to hear. So this is okay, so yeah, it's like this is what you are meant to do when you get out. So let's see. I think that this character is meant to work corrosion damage. Huh. I feel like you probably want to take... none of these really feel like they're that... I don't know. Like, are any of these that great? Like, because they're only ever +1s. Like, maybe like maybe one of the percentile ones, but like shock damage, does that really matter that much? I don't know what N-ray is, but it seems like... like, I don't know. I don't know, corrosion damage, at least maybe plasma damage. Look, I just need to get through this. So we're gonna be a beverage
Maybe
service
you can fix a drink for me.
technician. Okay, and then, oh, so, okay, between these two, he looks like he's been punched in the face too much. So we're gonna go with her. Let's see, what do we got here face wise? We're gonna try to crack through this as quickly as possible to actually get to the game. So, this is a good face. All right, you can't be an alien. There you go, middle of the road, and then whoa, oh wow, there's some scary eyes here. I just heard a beeping noise that I don't know what it's from, so we're gonna find that. All right, pink eyes. I got that pink eye, baby. And then we're not like, look, there's a lot you can do. We're not gonna do it ourselves personally, just because we're just trying to get into this. But there you go. Lots of options. Now, hair, the most important option. Man, there's a lot of good hair options here. Is that like a ponytail? Okay, I was gonna be like, where'd the hair go? But we're gonna go Dome Gang, because that's how we roll around here. Hair color, I can't tell. Eyebrows, big eyebrows, big is... Okay, I don't know what's going on with some of these, but let's go normal eyebrows. And then where's a nice big mustache? I don't like the curl. I don't want the curly mustache. I want just like a regular mustache, but big. Okay, it doesn't want to give me that, so I guess no mustache for us. It's whoa. There's a lot of these. Okay. Well, I am a very ghostly individual, so, but why don't we, is there any, there you go. Perfect. And then one big, it's like real caricature performance. There you go. Very cool. And then we're like, no. We're in our prime. We're not prime. No old people here. Thank you. All right. What's your name? That's a great question. Dome. Dome. Is I look, it's just sometimes you just gotta go with what comes to the top of your head, all right? All right, perfect. Great. We did it. Congratulations, everyone.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
All right, it sure is. It's a lucky day for Dome. It's a lucky day for all of you. So this video, the video is not at the resolution that I am running this game in, so you can. It's one of the funniest parts about playing games over a long period of time, especially if you go back now and play old games. Not that I'm not saying this game is that old or anything like that, but if you go back and play games from the 90s or then the 2000s and the 2010s, is you see the resolution of these pre-rendered cutscenes going up, but it's always funny when they're just pre-rendered still below what you're viewing them in. So it's always entertaining.
Shit.
But so far, the thing I think I would say is that at least his character model, his face and the way he's animating looks better than my memory, though this again is pre-rendered, so who knows whether or not. I'm sure everyone will be much more static when you are just talking to them.
There you are.
This man is moving around very pre-rendered.
There, I'm afraid. Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take.
I'm sorry, what now?
Normally, reviving
70 years?
so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction.
Okay, you gotta.
Something wrong?
You gotta tell me.
Not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction
Was
I devised
the third Spider-Verse movie
so horrifically
worth the second Spider-Verse movie being a clear middle part? Was it worth it? Was it good enough that it was worth it? Doctor, you have to tell me!
I know it's a lot to ask,
Doctor!
but I must have your help
Please!
securing more
I have to know!
in order to save the rest of your fellow colonists.
It was such an obvious middle part,
I'd say
Doctor.
it myself, of course, but the
They were
board
just
has a sizable
setting up a
bounty
third
on my head.
movie. I have to know if it was good. It took
Inoperative,
so long to
but
come
I've
out.
managed to hire a smuggler to help you out.
What are you talking about? Just tell me about the Spider-Verse movie.
Good luck.
Doc, you can't do this. Please. Don't do it. Doctor. The Spider- And scene. All right, let's find out how this game actually plays now that this video is like, what, 10 minutes long
Can
already?
you hear me? Is this thing working?
Oh, never mind. Not a game yet.
Ah, there you are.
Yep,
Now,
it's
where
me.
were we? Oh, yes.
Dome.
Smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told.
So since we are in a way sort of directly comparing
that sort of thing,
to Starfield,
I'm sure. I've also outfitted
the thing that I would say thus far is that I like the opening of this game more than I like the opening of Starfield, though the opening of this game is very Fallout, right? Like, it's like, oh, I've woken you up from, frozen containment and something has gone horribly wrong and now you need to, it's a very Fallout opening. At least Bethesda Fallout opening. It's telling me to skip, but skip what, How long are you thinking this is gonna be, video game? Just let me out. Let me free. So one of the things
You landed good.
oh, that was
Hawthorne
maybe a
should
bit
be
of that
close by.
poor optimization.
What
I heard.
His name? Is that him?
Oh.
Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the
Oh,
beacon
no.
and move away, not stand there holding it.
Oh,
well,
that's
no
well.
sense in letting his ship go to waste.
That's
Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship.
I can't believe I can't
Better
loot
you
him.
than the board, huh?
So it's definitely running
sure
not
I
as well
trusted the fellow.
as you
Might have
would
gone after the
expect
bounty
it
on my
to
head.
run for a game
Shame
that
about the whole
is this old.
squashing thing. Nasty way to
But
go.
the other thing I would say is that, you know, looks pretty good. Looks pretty nice. Now, I definitely have wilded out a little bit here with something. You know, don't judge me. But, you know, sometimes you just need to try out the 120 field of view in order to discover that maybe it was not the best choice. But, you know, like, hey, call me Mr. Blue Sky. All right, I got a big jump. That's good. Ooh, 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 ooh. Look at that. Look at all this. It's all very nice looking. Oh, what are you? What's your name? What does that say? It just says, oh, it's, oh, that's the Bart subtitles that it was talking about. Oh. Wow, that didn't go well for you, buddy. Okay. So yeah, maybe if you're running a 3080 like me, maybe don't run this game. Oh. Maybe don't run this game at ultra settings. Just to, you know, make sure you get that sweet above 100 frame rate. Where's, oh god, oh no. All right.
You see now, you've been frozen for a while. There's bound to be unforeseen.
You've been frozen for a while, which is why your frame rate sometimes really struggles. Okay, you didn't have to do me like that, video game. Oh, sorry, just took my inhaler there. You see what I mean? Like, there's some, you know what? Let's just. Why am I pretending as though? Look, let's just do this and then, yeah, yep. All right, great. It's got, okay, well, you're still seeing hitch ups. So the fact that the game runs the exact same on ultra and very high, and you still get hitch ups is, well, let's just say that word I heard about this game being unoptimized is really feeling correct.
You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, wow, that stings.
Wow, I have medical. Nice.
Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report.
So,
Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting
Starfield,
outside
despite
help.
the fact that Starfield doesn't look that great, if we're being honest, like, it doesn't look great in every setting. However, there are things about Starfield that I think look really good. But the faces and facial animations of Starfield are still a bit uncanny, but they look good, but there's just like an uncanniness to them.
Thanks to you. I might
Whereas here,
own.
as you can
Or
see,
worse,
we're clearly
I've been begging
going
the
back a
boss for
few
some
years with the
Adrena
game,
time.
like the way the mouth
We
moves
were out on patrol.
and stuff like that is
I
not
saw
as
a
good.
marauder camp up in the hills.
And again, this is just, you
Thought I
know,
could
we're
take
just comparing to Starfield because that's the,
Then my gun
you know, the big
just
similar
killed.
release from this year. Also, let's just get through here, buddy. Here, give me your gun.
Yeah, okay. Here.
Thanks, dude.
Yes.
All right, great. Where am I? See ya. All right, I got a pistola. I got a pistola, and oh, hey, buddy, you
Damage my ears!
Wait, why did you hear that?
What just happened? Can you hear me? What in the hell?
Why is he hearing explosions from down here on the surface? TTD. All right, so I'm gonna say it. Something that's definitely cooler. Oh, I can just do that. Like being able to just, you know, slow down time. Very cool. In fact, I would say it's... Oh, well, I did that accidentally. But I would say that is much cooler than any power. Like, there is... Wait. There is one of the powers in Starfield that is sort of just a slow down time, I believe. But just making your main power the ability to slow down time, very cool. Much, you know, I'm gonna say it. Cooler than VATS. I do not like VATS. I've never been a fan of VATS. But then again, and this is where I reveal my position a little bit. I don't really like Bethesda games. And so this is where I reveal my head a little bit. Now, to be fair, I have liked Bethesda games. You know, let me tell you about Daggerfall and Morrowind. But to be honest with you, Morrowind is sort of the last time I liked a Bethesda game. I have a lot of problems with Oblivion and tons of problems with Skyrim. And then, you know, let's not even get into their, I think, frankly, failed attempts at the Fallout universe. That's right. I said it. I said it. And then as the real ones know, the makers of this game, Obsidian, made a much better Fallout game than any of the Bethesda Fallout games. Do not at me. I will not pick up. We should probably try out that sword. Just like, oh. So wait, what? I don't remember these. What is this? Oh, this is just, oh, I thought, okay. So for a second I was like, is this a magic staff? Can I just commit magic? And it's like, no, that's not what that is. That's not what that is, and you're an idiot. All right, don't use that willy-nilly. So yeah, I'm not really interested in melee combat in a game like this. So, you know, the shooting is okay. It's okay. You know, I'm sure with a controller there's a little more feedback.
Get over here before you get yourself killed.
How dare you? I've been the one doing the killing, I'll have you know.
Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down.
I didn't come at all, in fact.
And worse,
I'm sorry, what were you talking about?
Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad.
I know, how dare I?
Slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about.
Yeah, you should find them first. Let it go.
You out of your mind? No way. Once we've dealt with these marauders, I'm hunting that sick freak down.
Wow.
I just, you know.
All right, don't worry. I'll find him for you. There you go.
Well, sometimes.
Yeah.
It's real good at cost
Good old persuasion.
You know what? You're right. It's time.
Here we go.
Now, something that I think would maybe be more interesting is if, you know, since you only have, since you're only using the sword in one hand anyway, what if you could have the sword in your other hand? Which the sword, unfortunately, does not let you do. But that would be really... Are you surrendering? Oh, he's not surrendering. He fake surrendered. I can't believe he would lie to me like that. Anybody else want to lie to me about surrendering? Anybody?
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder.
Hitch-ups. Look, these hitch-ups are real. You are seeing them. They are really happening. And
Marauder, please be
shotgun. Yeah.
informed that ignoring me is dangerous for your health.
Once the ship is like, hey, talk to me, motherfucker. All right, well, said, you know what? I'm gonna believe that the ship is not lying.
Unauthorized access of space.
Yo, what's
Hello,
up?
Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous.
Okay, so I'm starting to remember some of this. So my memory of this game is that, as to be expected with an Obsidian game, the writing in it is pretty good. But my memory of it is that it's like my least favorite Obsidian game writing-wise. I remember that by the end of this game, I was sort of just playing it to finish it. But I remember doing some of the side quests and some of the characters having some interesting, you know, they sort of do a bit of the, you know, ever since Mass Effect 2 came out and side quests for your companion characters sort of become like, oh, this is how you get them to be loyal to you, kind of thing. Like, I definitely feel a bit of that.
Jettison procedures initiated. Disengaging airlocks. Preparing to eject. You are still here. My deception protocols have failed.
Sorry, I have really good
I have been
well,
programmed to express
wait, what would be the opposite of
disappointment.
persuasion and... Huh. What would you roll against the persuasion and lie in this game? I guess there is perception, so maybe you just roll your own perception. I percept that the ship is lying.
I am incapable.
All right, well, he's dead.
I understand. I will.
You're welcome.
I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne.
I get it.
Well done, Captain Hawthorne.
Yeah.
I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact.
Great bit, by the way.
Our engine is currently the main drive. Astutely observed.
Yes,
However,
I'm very
the
smart.
probability of locating
So I think that's a good bit, right? Like the AI just being like, you know, you must be Captain Hawthorne for the ship to work, so that's why now they're gonna call you, you know, they're gonna create, like, you know, in order to be able to give you a new identity sort of thing, that then the ship can refer to you by a name is kind of interesting. Yeah, thanks.
Best of luck in your search.
So I guess without playing more of the game, I'm not sure, is she gonna call you, does she call you that for the rest of the game? Because that would be a good bit. But my memory is just, I do not remember whether or not she does or not.
This wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it?
Well, I guess technically it is
You sure
now.
walked in it like it was your ship.
No, I walked in it
And
like
if
I
the
was
ship is
wanting to
yours,
steal a ship.
Well, ma'am, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay.
You got it all wrong.
Oh, by the
I'm an
law.
inspector.
I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming.
Yeah, how dare
If
you?
you'd like to speak with my manager, I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater.
Yeah, I'll go there.
Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here. Now, if you'll excuse me.
At ease, Lieutenant. All right, well, we gotta run over here because we're gonna get the ship working again. How are we gonna do that? Why don't we go check out the town a little bit and then call... Ooh, the frame rate is definitely reduced. Oh, lordy lord. So, yeah, I think, you know, if you're playing a near 5-year-old game, you sort of expect it to run a little... Oh, hello. You know, you sort of expect it to have no No, I don't believe you this time. You know, I sort of expect it to run better, you know? And if it doesn't, then that's pretty disappointing. So, you know, I bet the regular version, like, look at this. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, look at how far this is just dropped just in this area. Like, and then, oh, it's gonna come back. It's come back a little bit, but like, this is ridiculous. Like, if you're playing a game that's 5 years old with a 30 series, like a 3080, and it runs like this, you know, that's pretty nuts. Now, I believe this version came out earlier this year, I think, which I think makes it even worse, because if you're then releasing a new version of the game, your #1 priority is to make sure that it works. Like, there's no reason why a re-release of a game should work worse than the original release. Like, that's just crazy. And I played this game originally on a much worse graphics card, and it ran pretty damn fine. Because, like, this game has good art design, right? But it's not super high fidelity in any particular thing, right? Which was one of the benefits of it, is that it ran really well on anything. And that it was like a nice, colorful, you know, interesting game from the design of it, rather than anything else. But this is just kind of...
Don't go ambling out in those.
Well, I just went through there, so...
You talk too pretty for a marauder.
Wow. I'm Doma.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. Name's...
All right, I'm gonna see you, dude. Nice to meet you. I don't have time for this. We're just gonna walk into the town. Isn't that the guy who made Nier Automata? Well, I guess let's see if we can find that dude. Emerald Vale. All right, I still got my gun out, which is good to know. So one of the things that I think gets underestimated with having loading screens is that it lets you have more complicated areas.
If you're falling
At least traditionally. Obviously, games are changing in the way they're developed, that they can be, you know, a little more open while still being, you know, very interesting in terms of what the environments are. But certainly, once upon a time, you needed a loading screen if you wanted another interesting environment. So, but loading screens, I don't mind. I'll tell you what I do mind. Games that are almost half a decade old running like garbage. That is the thing I do mind. So, not a big fan of that. Can I put this gun away somehow? What if I hold B is like off? Nope. Okay, I held R and it did it. So I am so smart. All right. I'm not talking to the church. The clergy, how dare you? Ain't no vicars. All right. I do remember the cannery stuff. I remember some of this stuff. So yeah, like this is one of those games where it sort of had the sense of like, oh, if you know, depending on how you do here, you can come back later and see the results of what you did. And then I remember doing that, it just like not really being like that big a deal. It's not like anything is that different from a fundamental level. So it's like you know, is this an insult to say that this is a standard RPG? Like I don't think of that as an insult, but maybe someone out there will. This is a standard RPG. And I think one of the problems with Starfield is that Starfield was also a standard RPG, and I think people needed it to be more than that. Now, one of the things I will say about Starfield, especially looking at this environment, is that Starfield has some of the most detailed environments, like tons of little things around, like little boxes, and like the lighting looks great on the interior areas, but they're often the same kind of general looking area, even though they are really detailed and really good looking. And then that is not even to get into the 20 minutes that you're running across the surface of a boring looking planet until you actually get to something. So Starfield has its own humongous problems. And maybe most of what you'd get out of Starfield from a positive sense, you'd get out of this game for free 99. Of course, not anymore. It's not available for free anymore. But anyway, here's a quick look at it. Now, this is something Starfield doesn't have. Barbershop, baby. Let's... There's a dead scientist in here, sir. No! Oh, I was hoping I was going to get a helmet out of that. All right, well. I just got flippies. All right, well, that's gonna do it. Thank you for joining me. And I'll see you and the guy who made Nier Automata in the next one. Peace out.